Yeah, a free press through many voices, as long as they're all liberal voices. Certainly you've never been on the free press. I've never been heard from by the free press. We don't exist, Alex. Our large audiences don't exist.
That's right. They're the ultimate censors, legends in their own mind, who sit up there on a mountain telling us what exists and doesn't exist. Did you see Gibbs, regardless of where you stand on the drone program, saying he was told to say the program didn't exist, like the Wizard of Oz, even when the program was public? Did you see that?
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Gibbs. I happen to like drones. I know you and I disagree on this. I'd rather see a drone go and kill a real terrorist than sending an American platoon over there to do it.
No. I'm talking about them being domestically used against us.
Of course we're against drones in America. You know, the only drone I would approve of would be a drone manned by a government official. A manned drone, not a V-2 rocket. Remember, Hitler used the first drones. They were called V-1s and V-2s. Remember the unmanned rockets that he sent on England? What, now our own government is using V-1s against us?
We do, drum roll please, have the clip of Obama at a shipbuilding factory in Virginia just about 30 minutes ago. He said this is breaking, you didn't build it statement, number 2 from CNN, here it is.
But in order for us to make that happen, I'm going to need you. You know, the one thing about being president is after 4 years, you get pretty humble.
Oh,
You'd think maybe you wouldn't, but actually you become more humble. You realize what you don't know. You realize, you know, all the mistakes you make. But you also realize you can't do things by yourself. That's not how our system works. You've got to have the help and the goodwill of Congress. And what that means is you've got to make sure that constituents of members of Congress are putting some pressure on them.
So again, that's a backhanded way. He's saying, oh, I can't be a dictator. But what he's really saying in a factory is you can't do things by yourself.
Well, I think what he's saying is I need you to run to Congress and make them cave in and make sure I can give increases in taxes again, is what he's really saying. Yeah, of course he doesn't believe anyone does anything without the government's help. This is how statists think. This is how statists have been brainwashed from childhood to believe that, for example, Picasso didn't paint his painting by himself. He'd argue that he had to go buy the paints, he had to buy the paintbrush, he had to buy the easel, and he had to rent the model.
But other individuals contributed to make a better choice and more variance in society. The idea of collectivism, all it creates is nightmares.
Well, we understand that, but Alex, listen to how they think. You know as well as I do how they think. Why do you think that in the Soviet Union of the past and in China today there is no individual art? The art has to be state-approved art. Is that correct? How different is that than state-approved art in America today, where there are very few creative artists who are ever seen unless they're working through the National Endowment for the Humanities, National Endowments for the Arts, or they're in a university tenured position? You don't see or hear from them because they're not state-sponsored. We are becoming increasingly like a Soviet state. We understand that, Alex, and we're fighting against it. The question to you, Alex, is people are screaming, what the heck can I do about it?